As always, 100% cotton t-shirt that's been soaked in soda ash for at least 20 minutes and then spun in the washing machine until it's damp. I'm going to go ahead and turn it inside out since this is an ice dye to keep the little speckles from showing up. And then all I'm going to do is go ahead and lay it out flat. Drop this on here so the camera doesn't have issues focusing. Alright, leave that. And I'm just going to draw, I don't know, I could have just drawn a circle, I don't know. I'm not going to really pay attention when I wrap it up. I say that, and then I'll probably pay all kinds of attention. Alright, so I've got this. And I wasn't sure if I was going to do both sides at the same time or front and back separate, but I think I'm going to do both at the same just to see what happens. So I'm going to pick roughly where the center of this is. Drop that down. And do a little bit of accordion. Not really, it's more just trying to line it all up. So it's roughly lined up. Now, I'm not really concerned about keeping it straight or accurate because this is going to be a more organic design. I'm even going over my accordion here instead of doing it properly. We'll see what that leads to. I'm hoping I'm picking up both sides. And working my way around. Alright, roll those over just so that that one section doesn't look weird. As far as the I can't think of the word. But anyway. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go around this. I might go a little bit lower. I don't know. And this is something like a geode pattern, and I've never actually done one for a video. So I'm going to call this my take on a geode, and I'm calling it Spires. And if it doesn't work out, that's not what the title of this will be on the video. Alright, so I've got some sections there. I'm going to go ahead and, I don't know, pull that off into two. And wrap around this guy here. And wrap around this. Maybe a little bit lower. I'm not trying to cross over too much because I would think it'd put a weird pattern into it. Alright, since this little part came off on its side all by itself, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. And go up, I don't know, not very far each time. So that's what it looks like. And I'm going all the way up to the top of each one. Alright, so I've got that there. I'm going to come back down and go ahead and do this side. Just a few little wraps there. And I am in no way keeping track of where stuff is lined up. This is about as organic of a design as I would normally do, other than just and I can't think of the word. Yeah, my mind is on a roll today. Alright, do one more of these. Pull that tight. See if there's a part to pull off. Pull that off right there. Wrap around it. And then come back down. For something over here maybe. Here we go. We'll come over here. So a geode you would normally just do individual little sections and coming off of the shirt directly. This, I've got like one large one, and it's like a geode within a geode within a geode. And in my mind, I see like spires off the top of a mountain or something as the result. Of course, what I see in my mind and what actually happens in this design are probably going to be radically different. I'm going to pull this off, separate it into two. Alright, one more up here. I'm actually going to just wrap this randomly back around, just so I can get back around. I think I already did one right there, but it's not going to hurt to do another. I'm getting close to the end of the sinew, so it's going to start fighting me quite a bit. Alright, I don't think there was a section just coming off on its own, so we'll just go ahead and tighten that back up and just spin off a section right here. Actually, go ahead and do this one over here too. Alright, come back down a little there, wind back around. So it doesn't matter if I go over or under that, really wouldn't make a difference. Show what that currently looks like. Looks like a giant mess. Alright, pull this off. This big section over here first. Alright, and come back here. I'm actually going to go under because I feel like I missed that part right there. Split that into two since there's already a crease there. And again, I mean, I'm working through my thought process, but obviously yours would look radically different on this. I don't think there'd be any way to recreate exactly what's going on here. Alright, so I'm actually going to just wrap this around just so that it doesn't fall apart up there. I've got the rest of this. And you could do the rest of this, but the whole spire thing, I don't know, I'm thinking I shouldn't wrap any of this. And I was just going to go with maybe white and just let it bleed through. You know, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take this, run this sleeve back up into here, and then we're just going to wrap this just to keep it together. It's not tight. It shouldn't be imparting any lines into the design. Do that and kind of tie it off. It's not really a tie. And we'll just grab a rubber band, put over that, just hold it in place. Cut that shorter. Alright, so that's what this looks like. I don't know, it might be a cactus. Maybe I should do it green instead of what I was planning on. I don't know. Alright, so off to dye. Since this one's such an odd design, I'm going to go ahead and put it in aluminum foil. This is really more to keep the dye relatively contained and keep the ice from falling off. Probably should have pulled that in a little bit. I'm going to go with it. I think my cutoff point is right in there. So this flap actually shouldn't be dyed. We'll see if that actually works out. For this, what I'm going to be using from Custom Colors, I'm using dark black, and then the rest are from Dharma. Mist Gray, Safari Gray, Pewter, and Gunmetal Gray. So I'm going to start with the lightest, and there really is no placement method that I'm using for any of this. It's just kind of being thrown on. That on there. There we go. Alright, there's a fair amount that doesn't have any ice on it, but this is an experiment again, so we'll see what happens here. Let that melt and we'll go from there. Alright, this is mostly melted through, so I'm going to go ahead and flip this over. And then go ahead and form some aluminum foil around this, just to lightly be able to keep the ice in that spot without it falling around too much. I'm going to stay away from the black on this one and just go with the, probably the other 4. So let's go ahead and do this. And I am going to go ahead and come all the way up here too. Alright, I think I'll go with that. Go ahead and let that sit and melt through. Then I'm probably still going to come back and do at least one or both of the other sides. Alright, this is melted enough for me. This hasn't. But I'm going to go ahead and flip this on its side and start working on this. Alright, I think that looks good. So I'll go ahead and let that sit until that melts, and we'll flip it again, see how it looks. Alright, let's do the washout on this guy. Alright, let's take a look. Not what I was expecting. It's really more of a geode than what I was shooting for. Wash it out, see what the final looks like.